Hello everyone, welcome to BizzTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Mr. Pradeep Chandra Behara. Pradeep has a diverse industry experience which gives him the flexibility and agility necessary to respond quickly to changing circumstances that help with strategic challenges. So now, without further ado, let's dive into more about him. So, hi, Mr. Pradeep.
Hello, hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a privilege.
The pleasure is all ours. And now, Mr. Pradeep, I would like to ask you about something about your journey. So please brief us about your journey so far.
Okay, my journey started as far as 1997 when I first started, getting into the information technology services. And I worked abroad for quite some time. I worked in industry leaders with industry leaders, and yeah, if you talk about the experiences, yeah, they have been magnanimous. So we have been put to critical, solution architecting. I've been a profound developer myself, post which I slowly understood that, development is not about just writing code, but it's about the logic that basically you need to have before you get into development, code development. So that's when, I started interacting with clients and customers to understand the various challenges they used to face on a day-to-day basis. And based on the challenges they had, I felt that, there was more need to basically have a lot of empathy towards programming. So that changed a lot of things for me, including my vision towards what I should be doing in the future. So late until 2004, 2005, I've been working for other companies and started my entrepreneurship journey in 2014. Started a small startup, and then, I've seen failures. And based on those failures that basically I went through, I understood, how to mitigate the risk and how best to basically get back on your foot and then, start again. And that's how in 2019, again, I founded Numel Solutions Private Limited. And the core idea behind why I started the startup was to ensure that technology has to really help people. So today we talk about a lot of technology, but then this technology is not available to the common man. So if it has to be available to the common man, it has to be economical, it has to be diverse, yet it has to basically give some value to them. So that's how, right from the beginning, I said agile models or any other software development models might not suffice it. And that's when I stumbled upon design thinking. So the entire product that I've been working on for the last 2 years emphasizes more on the design thinking philosophy, where we take a lot of real-time users, whether it is a small teenager with just about 10 to 15 years old or a 70-year-old person. So we take them as our actual goal and then look at their actual problems and see how our solution can actually resolve their issues. So it has been a great learning all throughout. The last 24 months has been really hectic, but then we were able to basically, build a product and position it properly that could really help people. So that's how the journey has been so far. It had its rough edges, it had its beautiful smooth edges as well. But yes, ultimately the product is out now. It's in the market, and I hope it's going to help a lot of people.
I completely understand. So failure and hardship, it's part of the journey.
True.
Exactly. So further, I would like to ask you, like, did you face any obstacles in your path of success? And if yes, how did you overcome and supersede them?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's something that everybody comes up with obstacles, and without obstacles, I don't think there is a path to success. So yes, I had my cup of tea in terms of coming up with obstacles. The first and foremost being communication. A lot of times it so happens that people stop communicating with you, and that's when really things don't work well. So the first and the most formal intervention, I would say, would be to basically communicate with people, whether it's a success or a failure. So rather than, I mean, other than obstacles, it's also sometimes the thought process itself, the vision. So I carry a vision and then I do not basically have my team communicate properly with the vision. And that's when your product doesn't come out properly. Your solution does not have any value that way. So, yes, the first thing I've learned is to basically communicate with my team on a daily basis most of the times, and then see that they understand and support the vision. So today I'm there, tomorrow there's somebody else in the organization, but then every team member should carry that vision forward to ensure that whatever we do in an organization is going the right way. It never goes sideways when you basically can communicate and share the vision.
I understand. And now I'd like to ask you, like, what are the methods of team or people management that you usually apply or use?
I think trust is the first thing that comes to my mind. My team trusts me because they know I lead them properly. But that trust has a few points. The first one being communication again. So communicating well with them basically gives them the leverage to basically understand what I'm envisioning. And then you should be available to the team. Now, as a a leader, if you're not available to your team whenever they need you, then they get stuck at places. So you should always be available. So that's what I do. I stay with my team closely. I interact with them on a daily basis. I see that they're comfortable talking to me. I don't have the bottlenecks in between. So if a developer has a doubt or an idea that he wants to implement, he has the liberty to come to me directly and speak to me. And then that's where we take it forward and then run it. So that's how basically I lead my team.
Okay. And what is your time management mantra?
Time management method, I think it's more to do with the discipline that you have with time. So somebody rightly said, you should be a person through which, or using seeing with who you should be able to correct your watch. And I strongly believe in that. So how does that happen? Happens with a lot of discipline. Getting that kind of discipline has its own hardships and sacrifices that you have to make. I'm very grateful to my family for having, always supported me in terms of this discipline that I have. So putting out the work-life balance, when it comes to the office, I try not to basically bring in my personal life into the official life. That way, I have been always be able to, be on time. And I guess people respect when a person basically, is always on time. A person who cannot basically, be on time for anything cannot be trusted, according to me. So I believe that, the discipline to basically be there is necessary for every person to have a proper time management.
So I would like to ask you, what is your time management method?
The first thing, again, as I said, it would be discipline, because without discipline, getting into time management is really tough. You need to really implore yourself and say that, you need to be there. Now, if you say that your time is important, the other person's time is equally important, whether he's a subordinate or a colleague or your superior. So time is something of utmost value for everyone. And if we cannot respect time of others rather than ours, then there's no point in basically, leading a team. So I believe that the discipline comes from a lot of sacrifices that you do, including your family and other aspects of life. So, yeah, I'm very grateful to my family for being there to support me in my endeavors always. They have never been, a disruption at all. And they always have pushed me to the limit and said, look, it's time and you have to be there. So, respect the other person's time rather than our own time. And I think that's a mantra that I always followed. I've seen that every single person's time is more valuable than our own. And that's how you get respected.
Exactly. I completely understand. So family is, to have a supportive family. So it's really important, and it really contributes in an individual success. I completely, I can completely relate to that. And now I would like to ask you, like, what would you advise to young professionals in the industry out there?
Yes, if you have a dream that you want to chase, don't ever stop. Chase it because they have got all the time in life to basically chase it. Start chasing early so you have enough time to know where you make mistakes. And by the time you know that there's not much time, you know whether you're successful or a failure. But if you're a failure, don't stop. Try again because dreams definitely can be realistic. So I think that's what I would advise the younger generation to not stop dreaming. A lot of younger generation today, have stopped dreaming. They try to get into a regular job, though their passion must be something else. So I strongly advise them to basically, chase their dreams. There are enough avenues in the industry today where you get the support from the industry leaders. You get support from various hubs that are available, the technology hubs that are available, the incubation centers that are available. Please take the support of these leaders. And then definitely, if you have the passion to do something, drive something, please do not stop here.
Thank you so much for sharing such great insights with us. And we look forward to having a chat with you again in the future on some other trending topics in the international business industry. So, for our viewers, if you like this chat with Mr. Pradeep Chandra Behera, please like and share this video as much as you can. And also subscribe to Clickaway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from the industry leaders. So, this is Nikhil for BizzTalk World signing off.